about music. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Well, it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must talk it, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bourgeois Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255-030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of crop beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk.
Modern talk just to eat chicken. Folks, we say good morning to you and welcome to the Print News. We firstly want to apologize for being a bit late today, but it's often said it's better late than never. Good morning to you, peace-loving people of Liberia, with the time at 21 minutes after 11 o'clock. This is Wednesday, 14 February, AD 2024. My name is Wendell Nimna, and I'm here with Esther Daku, and together we'll take you up to 12:30 this afternoon, bringing you stories from the Daily Observer and the Front Page Africa online versions. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to the good people of Liberia. It's good to be back, and of course, we're here to do our regular thing.
It's good to be back. What happened to you yesterday? What happened?
Well, I don't want to talk about it on air, though it's important, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because there was many concern about your absence on yesterday.
Right.
You know, the folks were, where is Esther? That's why I asked.
Yeah.
So they were
Some
listening to the
personal
radio.
stuff,
So
yeah.
I don't know. Personal reasons kept you away
Right.
from the radio.
Mhm.
All right. So that's it. All right, folks. Good morning. Once again, welcome. Those of you watching us online, those of you by your radio this morning, we say good morning and welcome to this edition of the Pre-News, the midweek presentation. And let's see some of the stories we're going to be sharing with you today's edition from the online version of Front Page Africa. What the army wives in Bwaka agreed upon. What Bwaka promised the AFL personnel wives that brought the protest to a halt. In response to the mounting tensions spurred by protests from the Military Wives Association of the Armed Forces of Liberia, President Bwaka took decisive action, convening a meeting at his rehab residence on Sunday, February 11. The gathering brought together, it says, brought together, right? Okay, let's see where is it. Yeah, it says the gathering brought together a formidable assembly of national security stakeholders, including Senator Momo T. Cyrus, Anthony Samuel Kofi Woods, and several top military officials, with the primary objective of addressing a multitude of grievances online by the association. The roots of this meeting can be traced back to the persistent protests initiated by the Military Wives Association, which were driven by a plethora of concerns affecting soldiers and their families within the armed forces of Liberia. These grievances, ranging from dismal housing conditions to stagnant salaries and inadequate health insurance, prompted a broader sense of discontentment permeating through the military ranks. During the meeting, the Military Wives Association underscored several present issues affecting them. Among these were the lamentable state of housing accommodations, with report of overcrowding and compromised privacy due to shared apartments by two separate families in some cases. The women also voiced frustration over the absence of salary increments and promotions, which have exacerbated financial strain and hindered career advancement. According to him, there has been no salary increment in the past 6 years, and at the same time, there have been no promotion for the past 3 years. Criticism was also directed towards the inadequacy of existing health insurance coverage, leaving soldiers and their families vulnerable to exorbitant medical expenses. Additionally, families expressed concern over the exorbitant school fees burdening their children's education. exacerbated by the lack of budgetary allocations from the central government to the Linda Thomas Greenfield School located in the barracks. They noted that the fees range from 8,000 Liberian dollars to 20,000, which they have to pay from their meager salaries. The absence of a robust pension scheme and death benefits program emerged as a major concern, amplifying financial insecurity among soldiers and their families. A persistent issue with electricity supply at military barracks further compounded the challenges faced by soldiers and their families, impacting daily lives and productivity. Well, let's leave that story right there and run to more stories. Let's grab another story here from the online version of the front page Africa newspaper. And let's get to another story here. And it says, no, that's not the story I'm trying to get to. Let me get to this one. Okay, something is happening. Yeah, this internet. Okay, let's get to this story here. This story says, opposition CDC laments new police 102 nomination, says he is responsible for November killing of partisans, November 7 killing of partisans. I thought this man went through all of the investigation and he was exonerated. Yeah, Nelson Primo went through all of the investigation, and the investigation proved that Nelson Freeman was not the one who did the shooting. But let's run the story. It says November 7 in 2011 is one of the few dates that will remain engraved in the history of the Congress for Democratic Change. The date marks the killing and wounding of several members of their party who were protesting elections result, believing that they were cheated in the first round of that year's presidential elections and threatening a boycott to the runoff. The shooting occurred at the headquarters of the CDC. The election then was between ex-President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, with now President Joseph Boakai as vice presidential candidate, and Councilor Winston Tubman as the standard bearer of the CDC, while George Weah was the vice standard bearer of the seat on the CDC ticket. The CDC spokesman at the time, Joe Solo, accused the Liberian National Police of using live ammunition against unarmed CDC supporters who had gathered in front of the party's headquarters to attend the party called a virgin for the preservation of democracy in Liberia. All right. Well, let's leave that story. Let's leave it right there and take more stories here. Let's jump to more stories because of time. Let's jump to more stories. Let's see what is our next story here. Okay, let me see this one. Okay, this is very important. VP Kuhn on private jet charters took a free ride to Accra with Ghana's Mahama. Oh, Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn has categorically denied reports Sunday that he flew out of Monrovia Saturday afternoon on a private plane. The Vice President's office posted photographs with the seal of his office boarding an Accra-bound private plane. The VP explained that he was on his way to Nigeria, where he is representing Joseph Boakai to attend the Basla State Governor's inauguration. The VP acknowledged that he had run into Ghanaian billionaire businessman Mahama at a local hotel and mentioned that he was on his way to Nigeria, and the Ghanaian millionaire offered him a ride to Accra, from where he departed for Nigeria on Monday. The VP's office later reported that he is being accompanied by Mr. Morley P. Kamara, senior economic advisor to the president, and they are expected to meet several leaders while on the trip. Mahama is the founder of Engineers and Planners, a West African indigenous-owned mining company, who owns several other businesses in Ghana, including Zata Cement Limited. He is the younger brother of John Dramani, president of Das Mahama, president of Ghana from 2012 to 2017. Zata is the name written on the plane which VP Cohn accompanying Muhammad to Accra. The flying of private was a major issue during the administration of former President George Weah, who reportedly spent more than 2 million on private jet during his presidency. And the controversy triggered scrutiny on oh my god, the internet again. All right, so I think we don't have much time, so we will go to Esther now to read a few stories from the Daily Observer online version, and then we come back and take our talking points this morning.
Well, like Wendell said, we have the Daily Observer right here this morning on my decks. And of course, we're trying to see what the top story says. It says, Councillor N. Oswald Tuet appointed as Justice Minister.
Oh yes, he's one of the best of our time. Oswald Swear.
All right, let's take some lines. It says, in a strategic move aimed at bolstering Liberia's legal system and economic landscape, President Joseph Nimabwaka has adopted Councillor Nantu Oswald Twe as the new Minister of Justice designate, replacing Councillor Cooper Crow, whose appointment was hindered by corruption allegations and his close ties with the U.S. sanctioned Nima County Senator Prince Wa Johnson. The Minister of Justice portfolio includes the roles of Attorney General and head of the National Joint Security, with statutory oversight of all law enforcement apparatus. The minister is also the country's chief legal advisor on all contractual agreements, including foreign direct investment and concession. Twice appointment marks a pivotal movement for Liberia, bringing his wealth of experience and leadership to the forefront of the nation's legal and economic affairs. The towering figure in Liberia's legal and business and civic cycles, Twe is the immediate past president of the Liberia Chamber of Commerce. During his tenure at the chamber, Twe demonstrated exceptional leadership, fostering an environment conducive to economic growth and entrepreneurship. His leadership saw a cadre of young Liberian entrepreneurs and professionals joining the chamber, some of whom were elected to leadership positions. His visionary approach and commitment to advancing Liberia's commercial interest earned him widespread admiration within the business community. Prior to his appointment as Minister of Justice, Twe distinguished himself as the managing partner of the prestigious Perry Twe and Associates law firm. With several decades of experience in legal practice, Twe has garnered a reputation as one of Liberia's foremost legal minds, renowned for his keen intellect and unwavering dedication to justice. Twe's journey into legal profession, began with humble roots as he embarked on his academic sojourn at St. Mary's Elementary School in Monrovia. His appetite for excellence propelled him through St. Patrick's High School and Cottington University College, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree with honors. Undeterred by challenges, Twe pursued a legal degree as a law degree at the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, University of Liberia, graduating with top honors. Throughout his illustrious career, Twe has held various esteemed positions within the legal fraternity, including serving as president of the Liberian National Bar Association and chairman of the Grievance and Ethics Committee. His firm commitment to upholding the rule of law and advancing legal scholarship has left an indelible mark on Liberia's legal landscape. As Minister of Justice designate, Twe's appointment heralded a new chapter in Liberia's legal governance. Twe's extensive legal credentials include his role as Counselor at Law of the Supreme Court Bar, membership in the Liberian National Bar Association, where he served as president from 2006 to 2008, and affiliations with the New York State Bar Association and the American Bar Association. In addition to his legal practice, Toy has held a myriad of significant positions, underscoring his multifaceted expertise. Notably, he served as an assistant professor of the law at the Louis Arthur Grammar School, School of Law, University of Liberia, 1992 to October 1996, resuming his teaching role in 2016 with a focus on contracts law. You grab a copy to read.
And Esther, I must admit, that nomination is one of the best for this government.
Okay.
Because Twe is one person who track record I personally follow. Like you just read his profile. So I hope that the Honorable Senate will have this man confirmed because of his track record. He's one person that is not into the public space. All
Right.
right. Not many persons know about Oswald Twe, but he's a son of the borough of Newcretown. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, a proud son of the borough of Newcretown. So I'm appealing or calling on the Honorable House of Senate to make sure that Oswald Twe is confirmed. Thank you.
All right, let's look up more stories. It says Army wives call for audit of AFL.
Hmm.
Interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
And it says apologize to the president Liberians for holding the country hostage for hours on Monday. The wives of officers of the armed forces of Liberia have again taken out what seems to be a bold and audacious step in demanding transparency and accountability within the country's military. Tired of enduring years of corruption and neglect, they have called on President Bouaka to initiate a forensic audit of the army. Mr. President, I want you to address the area of corruption. Johnson has retired, but there are still tracks of things that need to be cleaned, said Josephine Hall, the spokesperson for the women. In a statement read before legislative reporters on Tuesday, February 13, we need to clean the mess, Mr. President. I want you to please use your humble office and all of your people to see how best you can carry on a clear audit. Hall and hundreds of her colleagues initiated a mass nationwide protest on Monday, which brought the nation to a standstill. The protests highlighted the urgent need to address the fundamental issues faced by servicemen and women and their families. The 1000 nationwide siege staged by the wives of armed forces officers in protest of their grievances paralyzed major commercial hubs such as Monrovia, Banga, Ganda, Swedru, and the major highways accessing uh, those areas. They set up roadblocks leading to massive traffic congestion and causing some individuals to continue their journeys on foot. While their actions undoubtedly inconvenience many, the women say it is crucial to understand the underlying reasons that compel them to take such drastic measures. The officers' wives firmly stated that their protest stemmed from years of pain and the denial of basic necessities and better welfare for servicemen and women, despite their dedication and sacrifices they have witnessed. Corruption flourished within the armed forces. This systematic problem has resulted in low salaries, a lack of social security, electricity shortage, and the lack of death and retirement benefits. According to the spokesperson, they had no choice but to come out in huge numbers to protest since their earlier petitions sent to the office of the president and the Senate were not given attention. I was not right. It was not right, but we wanted people to seek our interest. We wanted the people to give us hearing ears, and they didn't give us it. That was why we decided to do what that for the world to listen to us and for our president to listen to us, said Josephine Hall. The all-day protest led to the cancellation of the annual Armed Forces Day celebration scheduled for February 11th. The executive mansion announced a low-key celebration. Their action also led to retired Major General Prince Charles Johnson III, who had already been confirmed as Minister of Defense, announcing his resignation. According to the women, they did not hate Johnson, but described his action as forbidding, which compels soldiers of the army not to cooperate with his leadership. We do not hate retired Major General Johnson, but his action was forbidding. There was no way the soldiers would work with him. They sent us out there to do what we did, Hall said. And of course, there's also a regretted apology statement right here too. We can grab a copy. We have a lot of other stories to look at. So let's quickly run through most stories on the online version of the Daily Observer. US 150K allegedly misappropriated by prosecutors. Interesting. Interesting. Let's look up few lines of these stories in former Chief Justice Court murder trial. It says Councillor Swahalo Sisei, Monserrate County Attorney, has accused prosecutors representing the Ministry of Justice of misappropriating US 150,000 that was allocated for the prosecution of the Chalo Musri murder trial. This accusation has come months following the conviction of former Chief Justice Gloria Musu and several of her family members for the murder of her niece Chalo Musu. According to Sisei, the funds were released by Comptroller Milton Gay to former Solicitor General Councillor Nyanti Tuan with the intention of using it for transportation, accommodation, and other related expenses if the case were to be transferred outside of Monrovia. However, as the transfer did not materialize, the lawyers were expected to refund a portion of the money. CC has specifically accused Councillor Bobby Livingstone, Adolphus Cuomo, Eloysius Allison, and the Solicitor General of diverting the funds for personal use. CC also claimed that the funds were distributed in his presence. Livingstone, Cameron, Tuan, and other prosecutors described the money right in front of me, CC alleged. Cisse claims that prior to the distribution of the funds, he was facing a month suspension by the Supreme Court. He further claimed that after the accused prosecutors shared the funds among themselves, he was left to a single-handedly fund the expenses associated with the proceedings. Let's leave you there and look up more stories on this page.
Maybe one more story would do.
All right. Rotary Club of Monrovia celebrates 60th anniversary. Caters in mining sector threatens Waka reform agenda. That's one of the story. GEF convenes in Monrovia. NEC announces deal of Nima Grangida counties by election. Without so far, I think even though we have more stories, Noka VP outlines investment strategy to revive Liberia's oil sector.
Just take a few lines from that story.
Noka.
Yeah, few lines from there.
Right. Few lines from the stories. It says, in a momentous gathering witnesses by esteemed dignitaries and industry stakeholders, Emmanuel Azango, the newly appointed first vice president for finance at the National Oil Company of Liberia, expressed profound gratitude and outlined his vision to propel Liberia's oil sector to new heights. Addressing the assembly when he officially took office on Tuesday, February 13, Azango conveyed his unwavering commitment to leveraging his role to advance Liberia's public service agenda. We don't take this opportunity lightly, he affirmed, emphasizing his determination to transform the nation's fortunes within the 6 years time frame. Well, that's where we will stop you this morning. Let's send controls to you, Wintel.
Okay, so let me once again say congratulations to you, Emmanuel Azango, first Vice President for Finance and Investment at the National Oil Company of Liberia. All right, thank you so much, Esther, for that reading. Let's take our break, and then when we come back, we will go into our talking points for today.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, all the right authority. Well, they can't take your law, eh? Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. I'm part to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start the talk. Thomas, I'm going.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushra Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us Mayoba, MAYOUBAHS @yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
Thank you, folks, for rejoining us on the continuation of the program from the PRINTNEWS on this 14th day of February 2024. Today is a special day around the world. Some countries around the world are celebrating Valentine's Day.
Right.
All right, this day was set aside to show love to that special person, exchange of gifts and whatever. So we want to say happy Valentine to all of you listening to us, and we hope that you enjoy your Valentine. Those of you who are already, carrying the Valentine color for the day, the red and white. I see a lot of folks today in red and white, so that's good. Keep up the day and make sure that you observe this day in a very quiet mood.
That's
All right,
right.
folks. So I don't know, but today the people say flowers are given to those deserving ones.
Exactly.
And Esther, like you read the profile of the Justice Minister
Designate.
designate, Oswald Twe. He's a big brother. He's one person that I can front for on this radio. All right. Somebody was telling me the other day, say, look, it's not good to put your neck on the chopping board. But I'm not putting my neck on the chopping board for anybody. But I'm just telling you that this is somebody I know. Like Esther and I here, right? Esther and I, we have worked together for how many years now? More than 4 or 5 years, right?
Exactly.
So somebody would tell Esther, Winda did this. And Esther would say, no,
No.
I can't, I don't want to believe because this is somebody that I know.
Yeah, he can't
All right.
do this one.
She may not know everything. She may not know some of my ugly attitude, but she will front for me because she knows the kind of person I am.
Exactly.
You
I
know,
will know what you're capable of doing and what you're not
capable of doing.
Exactly.
So back to Oswald Twe. This man he's one person, he's not into the public space.
Right, because when I've tried pronouncing the name,
Mhm.
this is a strange name. This is not a familiar name. This
Okay.
is not a name that we are used to calling around here.
Exactly. Except for those in the legal field that would be familiar with the name and people that he grew up with, his family members and all of that. But when it comes to like this guy like outing, he always here, he always there, it's not Councilor Twe.
Yeah.
Councilor Twe is a very reserved person.
And Wendell, is he involved with politics?
Not at all. So that's what I'm saying. Government position, first of his kind. This is the first time, if he's confirmed, this is the very first time for us to hear the name Oswald Twe in government. All along, this man has been into the private sector. You read his profile and everything connected to him. So he's one person that I can front for on this radio. So again, I would like to call on the Honorable House of Senate, to see reason to have this man confirmed. Like, look, this thing, we're not going to personalize or we're not going to politicize everything about, Joseph Boakai appointment. We may have our own issue with the president, but there are people this president have appointed, who we can front for.
Exactly.